Good morning. It's Tuesday, day 20. It's about 5:35 in the morning. It's September 8th already. Amazing. We got up extra early this morning because we really want to get off here pretty quick, and it's still really dark out, so we'll leave when we can actually see, but wanted to give ourselves enough time to not rush and get going. So not much to show you right now, but slept good. Marina was good. It was quiet all night, so I'll show you more when we get going. All right, bye. Morning, everyone. It's 6:33 in the morning. We made it out of the marina okay. Took a little bit of a running start and then coasted, so there was no thrust on the props pulling the back end down. So the back end floated nicely, and we floated right on through over the hump. Felt a little squishy, kind of slow at one point, so I think the skegs of the pods probably plowed through a little bit of mud, but nothing at all to worry about. We are heading into the lock and dam here in Columbus, and they're open waiting for us, and we've got 3 locks today, and I gotta go right now. There's a lot of debris in the water, so I gotta watch that. So I just want to report that we had marital bliss this morning. We had one little, we're wearing headphones again, marriage savers, and Heather claims I had a tantrum on the dock, and she's laughing in my ears right now. I've never had a tantrum. I might be upset, but I never have a tantrum. That almost kicked off the morning. I almost had a tantrum when she said it. But other than that, everything went very smoothly this morning, and we've had a good departure so far. Yeah. So, all right, we'll talk to you more when we get through the lock. Well, we made it through the lock and dam. It's 6:55. We've got 118 miles, Heather. 118 miles to go today. So we've got a relatively early start, already through one of 3 locks, so that's good. 2 locks to go. Nice calm morning this morning. We filled up with fuel last night, took 65 gallons over a couple days, so that's not too bad. We're gonna try to, we'd like to get into Demopolis at a reasonable hour, so I'm sure we will go on plane a couple of times today and make up some time. Just going about 11 miles an hour right now at 1750 RPM. All that looks pretty good. Yeah. So we'll film a little bit more later. Hope you all are having a great Tuesday. All right. Where are we?
Alabama.
Alabama. I feel like Forrest Gump. Greenbow, Alabama. We made it. So we're about 4 miles out from the second lock of the day. We've been on plane for about 40 minutes. Wanted to get this 28 miles done as quick as possible. So Alabama still looks the same. Still have fishermen out on Tuesday, man. I'm having to slow down all the time for their wakes, or so I don't wake them. So anyway, we made it to Alabama. We'll be in Alabama now the rest of the way down to Mobile. So how many states now? Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky,
Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama,
9 states. That's not so bad. All right. Well, there's a fisherman. All right. Talk to y'all soon. All right. Coming into the second lock. This is the Tom Bevel lock. Heather's getting ready. One thing that's kind of cool There is a paddle wheeler Corps of Engineers barge. I think it's a museum now, but very cool. You haven't, those went out of service a long, long time ago. But paddle wheeler Corps of Engineers dredge. I'm sorry, I said barge. It's a dredge. It's how they used to dredge the channels. That crane on the front would lift a tube and then they would pump the water through. So very cool. Not good news. We hit a log. We were on plane, the log was submerged, could not see the log, hit it. The drive seemed to be okay, but I think we damaged the props pretty bad. Shit. Well, hopefully we can limp into Demopolis today. Be a long day. I'm going to see if we can at least get 8 miles an hour out of it. Pressures look good. I went down in the engine room. There's no oil or transmission fluid leaking, but I'm sure we damaged the hell out of our props, so we'll see. Yep, we are sucking here. I can go about 1200 RPM. Feel a little vibration. Can't go much faster than that. Going about 8 miles an hour. Get 22 miles to the next lock. I'm hoping we can limp all the way in. Pressures look good. Like I said, I was in the engine room after we hit the log. I didn't see any oil leakage. There didn't look to be any damage inside. Question will be when we pull the boat. Props at least. That'll be anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000 for the sets of props. There's 4 props on this boat, so depends on how many were damaged. Worst case scenario, the shafts are bent on the pods. At that point, we'll probably have to leave the boat in Demopolis on the yard for them to fix it, and then rent a car and drive back to Florida. So, not a great day. Pretty depressed right now. Log was about 10 feet across, completely submerged. When it came up on the backside of the boat, I looked behind us to see what it was, and a big, huge log, probably 10 feet long, was under the surface of the water. Could not see it, and I hit it at 85 miles an hour. And after we passed over it, the log submerged again. So, I haven't seen, other than small sticks, nothing like that. So, lesson learned, man. I'm looking forward to getting this boat off the river system. Jesus Christ. So, I'll let you know. Probably won't film much more today. Let you know how the rest of the day goes. We've got to try to get to Demopolis. It's the only boat yard. It's 70 miles from here. We've got a 10-hour day ahead of us. So we'll be lucky to get in by 7 o'clock tonight. So, and that's including one more lock. So hopefully we can make it. Well, it's about 10:40. We are working the problem hard. I think we're gonna just spend one night in Demopolis now. We're not gonna spend any time there. They can pull the boat, but they don't have anybody that can work on it. We've talked to them, 2 different people now. We called Mobile. They gave us a name of a marina there that would work on our boat. They will work on our boat, and so we're gonna probably go hard, as hard as we can, relative. We're gonna go get up super early tomorrow morning, get on the river, and start heading south, and get to Mobile by Thursday night. Get to Dog River Marina, have them pull the boat there, no reason spending $500 to get the boat pulled in Demopolis when they won't work on it. And then we'll just push through to Dog River and figure out what to do with the boat there. I don't know, but that's what the current plan is, so we'll see. All right, what do you think, Heather?
I think it sucks that this is happening, but it happens to boaters all the time.
It does. I just really didn't want this to happen to us.
Well, no one ever wants it to happen to them. I think we're lucky that there are like no inside. We don't see any oil leaking. There's no water. I think that.
Yeah, it's been about an hour since we hit the log. I'm gonna go back down in the engine room now and take a look and make sure everything's good. Have Heather drive and I'm running one engine at 1500 RPM and the other one at 900, and we got a little bit of a shake, but we are able to go about 8.8 miles an hour, which over an 8 hour, we've got 60 miles left to go. That 0.6 will make a difference, when it comes to nighttime. So gotta sort all that out. All right, we'll tell you more when we get there. So big shout out to John and Alec, the boat we were with 2 days ago, or a day ago. We caught up to them this morning when we were going on plane, and we ended up about a mile behind them when we hit the log, and they waited at the lock and dam for us so we could get through there in a timely manner. So it's 12:20 now. We did get through the final lock of the day. We've got 49 miles to Demopolis, and so that should be, we can manage about 9.3 miles an hour best speed without too much vibration. I'm having to run one engine at 1700. I keep the other engine going at about 820. Not too much vibration there. But so we're gonna limp on down to Demopolis, spend the night, get fuel, and then we are gonna go all the way down to Mobile over the next 2 days. Like I said earlier, there's a marina there, Dog River Marina, that will be able to pull us, and they've got IPS qualified service in the area or at that marina, and we'll survey the damage and order the parts, and we'll see. Not a great day. Could be worse.
Did you tell them what else happened to you?
So, I forgot to hit the record button. So what I was just saying over the last 45 seconds was, I went to the bathroom about a half hour ago, and I slipped down the stairs because I'm wearing compression socks because it's hot. It's about 92, and
Feels like 102.
feels like 102, and I'm standing at the helm, so I'm wearing compression socks to help alleviate that. And I slipped down 3 flights of wooden stairs, and I have non-slip skid services
Well, not
on them
three
too.
flights
Or
of
not
stairs,
3 flights, 3
3
stairs.
steps.
So I banged my elbow. Thank God I didn't throw my back out.
Or hit your head.
Or hit my head. So 6 hours to Demopolis. Gonna watch the gauges very closely and try to hang in there. We'll talk later. So continuing on, it's about 1 o'clock. My depression is slowly lifting.
Yeah.
Slowly lifting. Now I'm getting depressed again, thinking about it. Yeah, just having to. I've got to drive. I got to steer manually. Can't use autopilot. The left engine, I'll show you here in a second. The left engine, I'm able to run on it. I don't think the props are damaged on that side. If they are, they're minor damage. I can run that engine at about 1700 RPM, and then I keep the starboard engine on about 850 RPM, just enough to keep the props spinning
and not too much vibration. But it's causing a thrust vector that I'm having to compensate for. The boat wants to turn to the right all the time because the left engine's thrusting so much more than the right. And so no autopilot, got to steer for the next 6 hours. Talk to my dad, talk to my sister, talk to my best buddy Jason. They're all like, this sucks. I just needed some external positive reinforcement because
he wouldn't listen to his wife.
you did help a lot. You helped a tremendous amount. All right, I'm going to show you a little bit. So we are able to go about 9.3, 9.4 miles an hour. However, I'm running the left engine at about 1700, the right at 1860. So I've got to watch my transmission pressures. These are both normal for the speeds that are running at the engines, but you can see the temperature differences. Those are both normal for the speed at the engine, but I got to watch that very closely since we're running on one engine. And then as we drive, Heather, you want to take over for a second? As we drive, these little bastards are bombarding us. This thing's still damn alive. I'm gonna whack it one more time. There. It's still twitching. This thing is over an inch long. These are horseflies from Alabama that are kicking our ass. They're all over. So, all right. Horseflies, engine prop problems, and we're getting close to like the bayous. We're 200 miles from this Gulf Coast, and there's nowhere to stop. So it could be worse. We could be disabled, and then we would be in a world of shit. But we're not disabled, only partially disabled, and we'll keep plugging along. So, all right, talk to y'all later. Okay.
What are you doing?
That was my hand. We're playing cribbage.
Really? We have to start filming
That was the cut.
So obviously it's good because he's got to show everybody.
Cut. The day is a little better. Heather doesn't know what I have yet. The day just got a little better.
Yeah, well, it's obviously really good because otherwise you wouldn't just stop filming. I don't want to look. I'm not a cheater.
I'm not cheating either. Unbelievable.
Let's play a game.
I showed you my cribbage hand. 3 5s and a king. And a 5 was cut. That, my friends, is a 28-point hand, and the highest you can get is 29. That's only ever happened to me one other time in my life, but it happened today. Maybe my 28-point hand.
There you go.
Maybe my luck turned around.
We'll see. I could get a 28-point hand.
You could. She's definitely not as excited as I am, but oh my God, did I need that. So there's some kind of cool rock formations coming up. All white cliffs. Yeah. I'll film them more when we get around to them. Well, travel continues. I've lowered the right engine down to 600. There's no vibration at 600. It's going at idle speed. We only lost 0.3 of a mile an hour, and I think it'll be safer for the engines. But again, I got to continue to watch the pressures very closely. Both are normal for the speed and the temperatures. You know, we're running the port engine harder, but we are hitting about 9.2 miles an hour. There is a small downriver current, which is very helpful for us today. But we have 30 at mile marker 248. We got to go to 216, so we've got 32 miles left to go. But I wanted to show you kind of these white cliffs that we're going to be going by. It's very, very unique. I've never seen anything like that on the Mississippi, all the way through there. My mood's getting a little bit better, trying to remain positive and not get too bummed out. We're doing okay. So like I said, we'll figure out what the true damage is when we get to Mobile in 2 days. I think we'll be able to limp along safely down there. But that makes the best sense for us. Very cool. All right. Trying to zoom in up there a little bit. All right. Talk to you all a little bit later. Alright guys, it's 3:35 and we're still going about 9 miles an hour, working our way down to Demopolis. Kind of a cool area here on this bend on the Tombigbee Waterway. They now classify this Lake Demopolis. It still looks like a river to me, but according to the charts, they call it Lake Demopolis. I'm assuming because it's locked and dammed down in Demopolis, so this is all backed up. But it's part of the 10 Tom. Thought it was pretty cool. Thought I'd show you the white cliffs that line this. So overall, the boat's hanging in there. We're doing fine. My mental attitude's improved a little bit, so we'll get to the marina. We've got 2:34. We've got 18 miles to the marina, so just over 2 hours to get in. So we'll get in there about 5:30ish and sort things out from there. All right. Well, it's 5:15 in the evening, and we are about 4 miles, 3.5 miles from the marina. Still cruising along at 8.7 miles an hour. Can't go any faster. Trying not to go any slower. How was the day?
It is what it is. It's fine. It's a long day.
Tomorrow's going to be longer. Not much to do on the river. We are in alligator country now, so we've been kind of watching the water and seeing if we see any alligators. But that was good to know. Where we stayed last night in Columbus, Mississippi, that was kind of the start of alligator water, we were told. So, yep, we're not going to be swimming anytime soon. We'll update you once we get into the marina, kind of show you around. I know it's kind of a crappy video today, but we're hanging in there and moving along. We got to get fuel tonight. We're running the generator because it got too hot and just we weren't going to be any more miserable than we already are. So we'll pick up some fuel, and then we got 2 more really long days to Mobile where we'll pull the boat. All right, talk to you later. We made it in.
We made it in.
We made it in.
Made it in. But we have 2 more long days.
2 more really long days. Got fuel. Took 95 gallons today. Not surprising. We ran the generator most of the day. We're on plane for a long time this morning, and then we hit the log. So, all right. Well, I'll show you around the marina real quick. We're gonna get everything situated and turned in for the night, and I'll try to upload this video, and it'll be interesting to see what the next 2 days bring. Try to get to Mobile by Thursday night. But we did get a list of anchorages between here and Mobile, which will be super
nice.
Helpful. So we don't, if we get to Bobby's Fish Camp, which is 98 miles tomorrow, if we get there and get enough current and get through, then
we might just
bypass it. So, all right, I'll show you around the marina. There's a 58-foot sedan bridge Sea Ray coming in that's absolutely gorgeous.
That's pretty.
I'll show that to you.